Right, so this is just the task for today, Thursday. So I'm not going to do a live lesson because I think it's better if I just let you work your way through and then we can meet on Friday and sort of talk about what you learned. So first thing is we're going to have a look at define the term biomass. Now, we're going to really look, today is just going to be really looking at the idea of biomass and what that is, all right? So today or Wednesday, we just introduced this very badly, but there is a definition of biomass in the notes that you need to know. And then the idea of bioenergy comes, it's in the fact file as well, but not in the specification. So, but it's worth understanding what biomass and bioenergy are and the relationship between them. So with that in mind, we're really going to start with a video and I'll explain what I want you to do with the video. So the video, if I can find it. Okay, okay, right. So there's a link to it there'll be a link to it in the task here. So what I want you to do is work your way through this video. Now it's very short, it's only 3 minutes. But there's a few things that I want you to do with it, a few ideas I want you to draw from it and play back if you need to. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm going to lay out what I want you to do. Screen to write on. Right, so in the video, there's a few ideas. Now, I want you to construct a few notes on this. First of all, their explanation of what is biomass. So as I say, it's quite a short video, but there's a lot of information in it. Have a think about that. They gave some examples, but again, just draw them out, just get familiar with the terms and make a note of the examples they talk about and the uses of biomass. Now, those are straightforward enough, but I think what is most important, what I want you to produce and put onto Google Classroom is to compare and contrast fossil fuels and biomass, because I think there's a fair bit of crossover between them, right? So I want you to put together some structure. Now I tried to do a sort of Venn diagram, with the common similarities in between, so you could have, now as I say, there are probably better ways of doing it. So you've got your the factors they share in the middle, and then their differences either side, or you can do it as any format you like. That's just an idea. You can just list them. You can do a sort of boxes or any kind of organizing tool that you want. All right. But what I want you to look at is I want you to think about the similarities and the differences between fossil fuels and biomass. And I want you to think about them. I'll give you a few, I'll just say it rather than write them down. In terms of their formation, right? What are the similarities in terms of how they're formed, what they're formed from, their uses, right? How they're used, and then the idea of sustainability. So this is really the key idea for environmental technology. As you know, the whole point of this is to find ways to move from fossil fuel energy sources to alternatives, right? Sustainable alternative sources. Okay, so there's a bit there. Now, there's going to be talk about photosynthesis, which I know some of you haven't maybe done biology since junior school, or maybe, I think if you're not sure about photosynthesis, what I want you to do is I have posted just little bite-size, BBC bite-size link. Now I've chosen the most simple that I can, which is the Key Stage 3 version of photosynthesis. And all you really need to think about is, what does it actually mean? What is used during photosynthesis, and what are the products of photosynthesis? They are the main things to know. Okay, so that's your task, is to produce this similarities and differences between fossil fuels and biomass. Okay, and that's for Friday.